Live from downtown Dallas, Colin Allred and Ted Cruz in the Texas Debate.
Tonight, we are 3 weeks away from the November election, and over the next hour here, we want to help you get more familiar with the two men whose names you will see at the top of your ballot when you go vote. We'd like to welcome you to the Texas Debate tonight. I'm Jason Whiteley from WFAA in Dallas-Fort Worth.
And I'm Gromer Jeffers from the Dallas Morning News.
Polls show the race for U.S. Senate in Texas here is a close one. Ted Cruz and Colin Allred both agreed to meet here in Dallas tonight to discuss their philosophies and explain how they are different if one of them is elected, when one of them rather, is elected to represent us in the U.S. Senate for the next 6 years.
Tonight, I'm going to ask you to listen very carefully. You know, Texas is an incredible place. I'm the son of Colin Allred. Now he's the son of a single mom who became a football. Now he's a United States congressman. It is incredible. But let me say something interesting. You know, I'm so angry right now. There's so much hatred. You know, I'm a threat to democracy.
Ready, Dave?
I'm nothing.
I agree.
Hey, everybody!
You like the way I phrased that? Wow. A football.
It became a football.
Man. I like the reverse handshake thing, and I also
They started
like
shaking hands.
the
and
slow,
just walked away.
the very very slow close up of that guy just going. Man, that's great.
So we watched.
Man, I hope. Are you using? What are you using to do that?
What?
iMovie?
No, Final Cut Pro.
And
so
you're gonna have to show me your tricks.
I'm slowly relearning. So
Okay,
Yeah.
just show me your tricks because I can get that easily. So, it'll just be fun. And Nolan lovers here. Yeah,
fantastic. Welcome back.
Yep.
Hope to disappoint you 2 times in a row.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that. There we go. Right here, comments.
Hands.
Look at
Hands.
that. Hands. So yeah.
So we just got back from. Oh wait, well, welcome to Becoming Friends with. Wow, I'm Rene, and this is Byron. Renzi. These are just fake names right now. You can call us this. I don't care. We just got back from a trip from Crestone, Colorado, home of what was the cult?
Mother God, right?
I don't know. I didn't watch that documentary.
Yeah. I mean,
Mother
that's what
God.
the lady was called. I don't know what what was the Mother God cult called? There we go. Love Has Won. Didn't we see some Love Has Won signs somewhere?
Yeah, I think we did. They were like, didn't they have alien stuff too?
Oh yeah, there was a ton of alien
Yeah.
stuff, which was really, really interesting. Yeah, so it's basically aliens and cults. We were in the land. aliens and cults.
And we had some
And,
inspiration. It was nice.
Yeah. And apparently
It was nice.
it's just a fucking free for all out there. So
It was so weird. Everything shut
Yeah.
down at like 3 or 4. Or they were just
Oh,
like, I
yeah.
don't feel like being open today.
See, I was talking.
But
I
let's
was
know
talking
if
about,
anybody from Crestone is listening, which we know they're not because there's only one person listening. But if they come on, or okay, hey,
Well,
they might click on the
listen.
link.
You might click on the link, and also
There was some cool people out there.
Yeah. No, I was referring to the eclectic homes that were out there, which I appreciate.
Oh yeah.
I don't like new neighborhoods that are all cookie cuttery and
Yeah,
that's whatever.
Yeah, it was nice.
That's really annoying. But the fact that you just kind of had like a bunch of stacked up cars right next to a really nice home, it was an interesting what is that?
Juxtaposition.
Thank you so much for finishing my sandwich.
There you go. It's a juxtaposition, sir.
Mm-hmm. Which one's Life Force?
Oh, I think I was telling you and Dylan about it when we were there, maybe. The Space Vampire one. And it's by Toby Hooper. And it's got a naked lady just walking around the whole time at the start. Maybe we should maybe watch it before. What's we might want to watch a Halloween movie before next weekend.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Let's see.
Yeah, and we can review it for next weekend. I'm trying to think of which one we should do. We could do Life Force if Nolan Lover wants to chime in, or what? Can Nolan Lover think of a horror movie that we should watch to review for next week?
I just wanted to go to
just
the actual website.
Comment whenever. But should we do 94 from the year 94 since we're in 94 right now? Joker 2. No.
Oh boy. Yikes. Let's see. Way back.
So we've been reviewing so this is our second live show, but we've been reviewing stuff from 1994. It's been all music. So we could pick a horror movie from 1994. I think we could find one. What do you say, Byron? Do you have a list?
Let's see. Horror movies from 1994. That's gotta be easy enough. Horror movies from 1994. That was back when it was popular to wear an onion around your belt.
What?
It was the style at the time. So here are some. We've got In the Mouth of Madness. Oh, we've got Jack Nicholson as a wolf. We've got Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt as a vampire.
I have a Wikipedia. Actually, click that there where it says list of horror films of 1994. Right there. So here we go. They're in alphabetic order and they are country of origin too. So it's got several things here.
The Brain Scan.
All right. Have you ever seen that?
Oh, wait.
With Eddie Furlong?
That's what I was thinking we just watched. What was that?
Nightbreed?
Nightbreed. It's like jamming.
Yeah, that's exactly like Brain Scan.
No, probably not, but it's just like jamming two words together. And so I just I'll lump all those together. So anyway, Brain Scan, Nightbreed, it's all the same. Cemetery Man, never saw.
That was not bad. I've seen it.
No, based on the Tiziano Sclavi novel called Della Morte.
Hey, yeah, It's got Rupert Everett in it. It's got a lot of naked in it.
Okay.
Click that Dark Angel, the Ascent one real quick. I want to say that that's the. No, that's not it. Go back. That's
Look
not
at
it.
that. Look at that poster, though.
I think that's a
What is
full moon movie, like
Mhm.
Robot Wars.
It does say right there, full moon in the bottom left. That looks like it may have actually had like a theatrical release.
It may have. Let's see.
Or maybe some
Bunny
people
Man, Ghoulies
released
4.
in the theater when they saw it. No?
Hellbound, In the Mouth of
Hellbound.
Madness. We could maybe do that one. Interview with a Vamp. I do not like Neil Jordan. The Kingdom. I do not like Lars von Trier.
Oh, no. No thanks.
Leprechaun 2.
Oh, that could be fun. Although
Mary
I never
Shelley's
saw Leprechaun
Frankenstein.
1, I don't know if you know.
Mirror, Mirror 2. Never heard of it.
Raven
Nice one.
Dance.
Nacha. Nacha.
Well, let's just see what this is. Something from the Dark is watching. It's got Roddy McDowell. Roddy. And Mark Ruffalo. Look at that. It's going to be a little...
What'd you say?
It'd be a little baby Mark. Teenage orphan who finds herself
that's very
haunted by a
wrong.
mysterious mirror inside the Catholic orphanage that she's living in. Oh, and it's his
I don't
feature
know.
film debut. Look at that.
Yes.
That could be, you know, I'm saying it's a potential. What about My Sweet Satan?
No. Don't you know?
Nadja?
No.
Night of the Demon? Well, Night Watch. There you go.
I've seen that one. Phantasm 3.
3. Lord of the Dead.
Puppet
Oh,
Master
that's-
5. Look, Puppet Master 5. They were
That's
at
dumb.
Puppet Master 5 in 94.
Jesus, already?
Jeez. Yes.
Why does the name Don Coscarelli sound familiar?
He did he did Phantasm 1 and 2 for one.
See, there
And
you
then
go.
he also did Bubba Hotep. Have you ever seen that?
Oh, yes. I loved Bubba Hotep. Yeah. There we go. Right there. I could have just hovered over his. Anyway, thanks for being Wikipedia for me.
Don Coscarelli, he was the director of it. Okay.
Oh, I like that. Pumpkinhead 2, Puppet Master
There's
5.
got to be
Now that
more
is.
than this.
Geez, look at that. Jeff Burr was busy.
Was on a
He
hot
did
streak.
Pumpkinhead 2 and Pumpkin Master 5. Red to Kill. Return of the Boogeyman. Savage Harvest. Shrunken Heads.
Skeeter.
What is Skeeter?
Oh,
It's mosquitoes.
Yes.
No thanks. Shrunken Heads.
No, that was another full moon that I never watched, and I'm not gonna plan to watch that one.
You don't like that?
No.
Look at the cool poster.
Yeah, I know, right? I think that was trying to take off of Idle Hands whenever that came out or whatever.
Oh yeah. Hey, here we go. We could watch
There's
like a
Skin
softcore
Flick.
situation. Yeah. The
Okay.
Stand.
Nah.
Young what's
Stand.
Gary Sinise. Yeah,
So
we
nice.
could sing. We could sing the REM song. That'd be fun for me only. Subspecies 3.
You're going to be like Spoon Man, but with your mouth.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was planning on doing. The Unborn 2.
There's got to be more than this, man.
Watchers 3. Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
'Cause this is a
wait,
lame
that's
ass list.
What a wicked game to do. To make
Hold on,
me
movies of
think
1994.
Witchcraft. I mean, this is an awful lot of
Hey,
horror
you know what
films.
else came out in 1994?
Wolf.
Crow.
Why is that not on this list? The Crow.
It's not because it's not considered a horror movie. I don't think. These are some lame movies. Then should we do 1994?
Yeah,
1994.
I would just prefer to watch Halloween 3 because I like to watch it every year.
That you like that one every year?
Season of the Witch. I watch at least one of them. I watch at least a handful of them. I like to try and get through all of them.
I usually try to watch The Thing every year.
Oh man, I've not seen The Thing in a really, really, really long time.
Do you have access to that?
Here's the thing, though.
It's
a pretty good transition. So that archive.org that I got Robot Wars from, which is basically like license-free, whatever. It got hacked along with like a bunch of other sites. And
hacked.
It got hacked.
Well, you're in luck. You're in luck, my friend.
Oh.
AMC Plus and Prime Video have The Thing.
So here's my concern.
We don't have to watch it with people. I'm just saying. We can watch it and do a review of it.
Yeah. Because if we play
that, we're gonna get kicked off immediately.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. And that's why I was thinking it would be fun to try and find one that was on Archive, but Archive is down right now. So
okay.
It is what it is, man. It is.
I'm gonna tell you what, after listening to that 70 millimeter podcast, I forgot I have the 4K of Dracula.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, Nolan Lover, just to let you know, Nolan Lover always gives me shit for not watching movies that are historical. he'll get excited about like Napoleon or something like that. I'll go, oh, I don't care. And then his retort will just be historical. It's so sorry to get tickled. I always just think it's funny that he just writes historical. It makes me laugh. Oh, he's saying Serial Mom.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Have you ever seen Serial Mom?
You like how I popped up that comment there? Look at that.
Yeah, I do.
Look at how professional this looks. We have it makes it look like we have Christopher Nolan on the show.
Yeah. Put it up.
Anyway, when
did Serial Mom come out?
94. Look at that.
Let's do Serial Mom then.
I would love to because I've not.
I think it's on Netflix too, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken.
Let's see.
Right now.
So I wonder if we.
And I wonder.
Oh wait.
Sorry.
When I sat alone with. Okay. Why did you do that to me?
Someone who's
so I wonder if we.
Mrs. Sutphin, I presume you know about the death of Mr. Stubbin.
I wonder if we buy this on YouTube. Well, no, it'll still block it because, yeah,
it'll be a blockade.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you want
to. We could watch Mr. Mom. That's free with ads. That goes back 11 more years, but it just kind of popped up right here. So,
could we use Rene's account? Could we use that other person's account that has the premium?
Oh, no. We could. Yeah, I'm just worried about the broadcast.
Yeah.
And it getting deleted.
I don't know if we should just review it or trying to think of something. Is it on YouTube? Did you look to see if it was on there?
To rent, yeah. Yeah.
I
You
mean,
can
just
rent it
like
for-
somebody just
for $4.
has it on their account.
Oh,
Sometimes
I
people just
mean,
have it up on there.
I bet. Let's see. Mm-mm. No, there's
Oh, yeah,
plenty
only
of-
Byron it.
plenty of
There
clips.
is. Okay. Okay.
Oh, there's a
I've seen it, but it's been a long time since I've like actually like paid attention to it and watched it.
oh look, here's a thing that's doing basically what we're doing. Look, this guy's got weird hair.
Everything's perfectly.
I think what we can do is we can watch it and not
All right,
show
everybody,
it.
we're gonna watch Serial Mom. I'm watching the Blu-ray copy, a Blu-ray rip.
Yeah, you can just you and me
John
can watch it
Waters,
live and just say you
1994.
can start it now.
Everybody getting
Right? That's
copyright,
probably what he
English
does.
subtitles or whatever. It seems
And
like
we're
it's
kinda
not
doing
really easy to find on like streaming or whatever. What time
It
does
was
the
on
Go to Bed
Netflix for a
logo-
while. I don't think it's on anymore.
Yeah,
But
you're
you
right.
see what I'm saying? We can do it and we can just say watch it with us, but you got to stream it on however format you want, and then you're gonna have to start it when we say go. You know, we can do that.
Yeah, we could.
We could do that with a thing. We could do that with anything. You know, if you want to do that, and you and me can just watch it.
Well, yeah, let's see, because maybe maybe the Internet Archive comes back up before then, and then there is you know, movies that we can choose from, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if not,
Well, in the second half of tonight, we have a review. We have a review for 9 Inch Nails' The Downward Spiral, which came out in 1994. I really hope that this review sets your edgelord boner aflame.
how long?
Or clitoris.
You were really excited to say edgelord boner.
No, because that's going to come up.
Oh,
Not that
wait.
not that term, but the term edgelord is going to come up. So
I thought you meant your boner was going to come up.
no, it's already up.
Oh, good, because
Go to bed, boner.
You're gonna be like Spoon Man, but with your mouth.
go to bed, boner.
Like what's it, Mike's? Like Mike Seaver's friend, boner, right?
Yeah, yes. He wasn't the only weird name, right? Wasn't there another? There were a couple other weird ones in the 80s, like Boner.
No, I think Boner was the only one. There might have been one on. God, what was that stupid show with Suzanne Summers and that fucking dude? And they all lived in a house together. And it was like, whoa, we're a wacky family that all lives together.
I like that.
Whoa. And Patrick Daly, maybe? I can't remember his last name. He was on Dallas. I think he was in he was on that show, Dallas. It was all a dream. Hold on. We're vamping, everybody.
He okay, so his name was Richard Milhouse Stabone in the show. and they called him Boner. And so his first name was Richard.
Mm-hmm. Step by Step is the show I'm thinking of.
So it was like Dick Stabone.
Oh, jeez. And Mr. Christian was okay with this?
Sister
Mr. Christian, all the
was the song.
has come. And you know really all they want to say.
What's that voice?
I'm trying not to laugh.
The Thing is for rent too. So,
well, I own it. I own that shit, man.
cool.
Cool, dude. So what do we watch? Well, what do you? What?
I don't know what that was. That sounded like a dying walrus.
It really did, didn't it? Well, I don't want to. Do you want to try and figure that out right now? I don't want to make somebody watch us figure that shit.
Dang.
Oh,
We're gonna.
Stop! Okay, sorry. Where's my... Stop!
Sorry.
He apologizes to the cat.
Sorry.
I love that.
Yeah. That one.
I want to know.
Flip too, man.
Yes, I want to know what came up that he felt the need to apologize for.
Man.
But hey,
Who knows?
It's gonna be one of those mysteries of life, man. We're just never, ever, ever gonna know. Yeah,
Have you been watching any? I've been watching more Kids in the Hall almost every night.
No. I've already gotten back into my way too much news kick. It's no good. How far along are you? So when we were in Creststone, actually it was a couple of weeks before that. Well, it was even a couple of weeks before that. You asked me if I remembered a specific Kids in the Hall episode.
Yeah. And so I'm going to go.
Described it to me, and maybe you want to do it again, just so we can have a record of it, and then maybe somebody can eventually comment if we don't ever find it. Yeah.
So in the skit, it's Demon Cats. In the skit, this Kids in the Hall skit, it's Mark McKinney, and he's like witnessing this couple fighting, and it's Bruce McCullough, and I forget who's playing the female, but Bruce McCullough is like that real like trashy guy that he always plays, and I think they show that couple fighting. Yeah, I think they show that couple fighting before. And if I'm not mistaken, before it was Mark McKinney that was the female, but this time it was somebody else. But anyways, that's beside the point. And then Mark McKinney like pictures himself saying something or doing something to stop the situation. And then he ends up getting either punched or hit in the face somehow. And then he has to go to the emergency room, and he does the same thing before the nurse comes in, because the nurse is going to come in and ask him what the things are. And the thing I always like, what might have happened to him, and the thing I always remember is he's going through all this stuff, and he says, who's asking? And then I think it goes a couple more, and then he says, fucking bike couriers, man. but the way he delivers the line is so funny. I just want to find that episode and I can't find it. So Nolan Lover, if you know your kids in the hall, I don't know if you do. If you know that skit, I don't know. See if you can find it, Byron. You do it. It's fucking bike couriers, man. I mean, you can. Do you know any magic kids in the hall search you can do or anything? Aren't you like Bellini the Second or something like that?
Me? I mean, yeah. Let's see. Here, I typed in kids in the hall fucking bike couriers, and the third video is a clip from a Brian Regan special on Netflix.
Brian Regan?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's Nolan Lover's favorite comedian.
It's titled, Why Do People in Government Talk So Weird?
Oh boy, I bet that's funny.
Yeah, it's probably really...
He's like,
really good.
Say you're gonna be okay. Yeah. Say you're gonna... Ooh, what's going... Whoa, what's going on over there?
Do you hear the cats going at it?
They're fighting?
Nah, they're not fighting. The orange one, Butters, just wants Franklin, the gray tabby, to know that he's here, and he knows that, he knows that he's here. That's all it is. He's crazy. He's crazy, man.
It's crazy, man.
It's crazy, man. Some good old talk here, man.
Some
good old man talk here. I was reading good old talk here, man. I'm sorry. So it's been a very busy couple of days since
what's going on?
Since we've gotten back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday, it was just work, trying to catch up on all that. And then yesterday afternoon rolls around, and both Kelly and I kind of just sitting down to relax for, maybe 30 minutes. It's like midway through the day, right? And I lay my head down, and she just comes running in from the room, and I'm like, oh, she's coming in to snuggle real hard. Yeah. And then she says, my mom just broke her arm.
Oh, damn.
So they were her mom and her dad were they're visiting from New York.
Yeah.
And they're generally here for 6-8 weeks, a couple of times a year, right? Or at least once a year, so, sometimes twice a year. And so they spend a lot of time going around doing stuff on their own, have fun, good time. They love to ride electric bikes. And now you can already tell where this is going, but they were having this nice fun ride on their electric bikes.
Yeah.
And I guess they were looking for a place to you got to take this story with a grain of salt, because this is from Kelly's dad, who loves to kind of embellish stories a little bit.
Yeah.
But so they were looking for a place to peel off, and apparently they saw one, and he darted over and made it fine. And she kind of took a little bit of a spill, and then she used her right arm to kind of brace all of it, so
ouch.
Yeah. So yep.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
No, but they were like, I guess, about a mile or so away from any major road. Because one thing that we do have in Fort Worth is some pretty decent bike trails, but they will take you off,
Off the
away
path.
from the road.
Existence.
So yeah. Yes, exactly. So they had about a mile and a half walk, to
So she had to hold the
get.
bike with.
Nope, he was carrying both of them, and I don't know if you've ever been on or like not carrying, but pushing basically one on either side. And so and I don't know if you've ever ridden on an electric bike before or been around one. They're not light because there's all sorts of crap in them because they're made to kind of be like hybrid kinds of things. So he had to kind of like push these two bikes along for about a mile and a half, and she was sitting there just walking a mile and a half with a broken fucking arm. I can't imagine what kind of here, and like in her
wrist,
and maybe a little bit of in the wrist as well is messed up. But she had a 3-hour surgery, 3+ hour surgery today, and got it basically all cleaned up and set, so now go back and I think the week after next and get it put in a cast, and then whatever fucking comes
that's
after
good.
that,
I mean,
right?
at least it's getting
Physical
taken care of,
therapy
right?
and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, but she feels horrible because
Kelly does.
No, her Kelly's mom does. Clearly she's in pain, but above and beyond that, she just feels horrible because I am having my spinal surgery on Tuesday, and so she was,
Dude, things happen, man.
Yeah, but she was basically gonna, she was real excited to kind of be in charge of the boy for a couple of days, while Kelly kind of tended to me, type of situation, which is all very sweet and well intentioned. But yeah, you're right, shit happens, and so it's like, but anyway, so that was like
just tell her not to sweat, try not to put any pressure on her arm, just not worry about it, it'll be okay.
Yes, but apparently here in Texas, because again they're from New York, apparently here in Texas, doctors don't like prescribing opioids down here for like painkillers. And so she's basically taking ibuprofen for the pain of a broken fucking arm.
Is it just like a stronger ibuprofen?
Yeah, basically.
Like the prescription grade or whatever.
Yeah, which is basically just like taking 4 of them at a time,
Yeah, I know. But it's like, I guess it's just less hard on your stomach, right? So
it may be, but I think it fucks with your liver more. Does it not?
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's if you take a bunch of them.
We are both
I don't take ibuprofen very much.
Medical physicians. So please make sure you follow all the advice that you hear tonight. For fuck's sake, it's anyway. Yeah,
we're getting old.
Yes.
When something hurts, just bend it the opposite way.
Yeah. Until you can't do that anymore, and then which really honestly is why I'm having to have my surgery. Not really, but it is is a little bit of neglect on my part, which is, whatever.
So it's back here where you're
Is what
in
it
your.
is. So yeah, apparently that's what's fucked up. But my shoulder hurts because of it, and so I thought it
Yeah,
was.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I thought it was a shoulder thing.
I think I may have the same thing, but I'm not sure.
Does it almost
it's
feel like
kind
a?
of deep in there?
Yeah, it feels
And
like really deep, almost like
it
a
feels
like a
like
pinched nerve.
it feels like if I laid on my chest on my arm like this and
Yeah.
stretched it out, that it would get it out. Like,
Yeah.
but it doesn't ever do that. And then sometimes it gets so bad that like sometimes I can feel it in my elbow and it goes down my arm here.
All the way down your arm. Does it make you do you get like
it doesn't get numb, but
no, it doesn't.
It
Okay.
does get tingly sometimes. And then I also get it where it like goes like here too, up to the same thing.
Oh, on
like it's
on like the
it's
front?
even on the front. Yeah, dude, it's weird. Like, and I read about it too, about a pinched nerve like that. It can cause that as well. It's not on everybody, but it can also cause that as well. So I just I might need to go to the doctor and get it looked at or get an MRI like you did.
You should.
So
you should, because one thing that I did not really consider, because I can take pain, like you said. If something hurts, just do it in the opposite direction.
Mine's not like constant.
It's kind of how I do it too. Yeah. Well, I mean, it got to the point where it was constant, right? And so that's why I went. But here's the thing that I didn't consider that that I feel like I should at least pass along, right? Is that I am actively losing strength in this arm because of the pain.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. So like the first thing that the orthopedic guy did was like a strength test. Have you ever done that? Where you just like,
yeah, you were telling me about
you hold
that,
your arms, right? Yeah. And then they push down, and the more, like the more resistance that you can give back, obviously the better strength. And he's like, oh yeah, your arm is already like significantly like losing strength. I'm like, that's weird because it doesn't feel like it. Just feels like it is. So anyway, as a licensed medical physician, I just urge everyone, if you hurt, just fucking go see a doctor, man.
Be a man.
Be a man. Yeah. Actually be the opposite of a man, which is why I'm in the situation that I'm in. There is a potential chance that I could have avoided surgery.
Don't procrastinate.
Just don't procrastinate, man. Don't be.
You would have gone in for therapy or something like that.
Yeah. Now, is it likely? Probably not. Like he said, this is probably like surgery was probably going to be the case for me no matter what. But he's like, there's a slight possibility that if you came in right in the beginning, we could have gotten it. So
how would they have gotten it though? Like,
see, that's the thing. I don't know. Maybe it would
pulled
have been
the nerve out.
Well, no, I mean, like it maybe could have been like a physical therapy thing, like where
where they slowly got it out of there.
Yeah, or something, right?
Massage therapy or something like that.
Yeah,
I remember one time I did get a massage, and they focused on that area a little bit, and it did help it. But like I can sometimes I can self make it go away, and then sometimes it's so irritating.
Yeah,
that I don't know.
It's annoying.
I want to stab a knife in my back and tear it out. Because that's humanly possible. Like a Cronenberg movie.
Oh, I was gonna say that sounds a little like some Trent Reznor lyrics.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess that's a good segue.
But also Cronenberg. That's yeah.
Well,
it would be. It would. I would like to see that. I'd like to see that scene.
Huh.
Hands.
Hands.
Fucking bike couriers, man.
I still want to find it, so I'm going.
I know.
I'm having
So,
a.
yeah.
I'm having a thought that it's probably going to be in the last season because it's going to be. That's where they have
Okay,
all the
yeah,
weird
yeah.
stuff, and it's mostly like it's no live studio audience stuff, and it's just all like filmed stuff, you know.
Yes, yeah. So yeah, thank you for circling back to where we were talking.
Left off.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, I love it.
Tangent.
So yeah, so we started watching season 4 because that was kind of my thought, right? It started.
Yeah, that's where it starts to
it
get
started
weird.
shifting. Yeah, and it started shifting way more into the film stuff versus like the live studio audience stuff.
Yeah,
and it seemed like the live studio audience stuff was mostly just like monologues.
Yeah,
which were
or
always fantastic. Don't get me
yeah,
wrong, but you know,
or they did Chicken Lady, right? Was a live one that they would do.
yeah, but even
I'm trying
some
to
of
think of
those
some of the other ones.
got filmed.
Yeah.
Remember the
Yeah, where she
when she went
where
back
she
to her
came
childhood
from.
home? Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
weird.
It was good though.
So yeah, I think we got what 4, 5 episodes in to season 4, and we didn't find it
because I'm on like 6 or 7 right now. So
okay.
And I've seen some pretty good stuff already. Some pretty weird stuff, like the two weirdo roommates, and then all you hear is the people upstairs going, "Keep it down, keep it down," and they're playing like stupid games, like how many times they can bounce a ball up and down, like in a bathtub.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah,
that's like
good.
an ongoing bit throughout it.
Yeah,
So.
like the like Dave Foley and Bruce McCullough's fighting characters.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'll take the such and such, you take the such and such.
Or the one, have you ever seen the one where the guy's going, Lopez, hey, Lopez, and then he tries to get his attention or something. I think he lights the place on fire by accident. I can't remember.
I don't remember that. See, there's so much of that I don't remember, which is very interesting because there was a good, like, I don't know, 2 years where it seems like it was always just kind of playing in the background.
Oh yeah,
I was obsessed with it for a while, like like when the DVDs like finally came out, I would just always have one of those DVDs in the DVD player. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you would just constantly be playing them.
Yes, which seems interesting to me now because I don't have a DVD player anymore.
You don't have any kind of disc player at all?
Oh wait,
I only have an Xbox. That's the only way I could play.
Yeah, so I did buy like a cheap little Blu-ray player because my thought was eventually the boy is going to start getting, like, you know, movies and things like that, but hadn't happened yet.
It looks like Jason Momoa showed up on Twitch.
Oh, nice, fantastic. Well, welcome back to the party, Jason. You have not
Jason Bautista.
Yeah, Jason Bautista
and David Momoa.
David Momoa, you've not yet missed our conversation on the downward spiral.
Will it set your edgelord boner aflame?
Right.
Or clitoris?
Your Richard Milhouse Stabone.
We'll see. Anyways,
picture of that kid.
So, which one isn't he dead?
Did he?
I think he's dead. I think he died. He.
Oh yeah, 2010. Oh no.
I don't know if it was self-inflicted or what. But
Yeah. He performed stand-up comedy at the Los Angeles clubs such as the Improv and had edited and produced films. It just says found dead.
Found dead, huh?
Suffered with depression. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
no,
that
that's
sucks,
a bummer.
man.
It's got to be because your name was Boner for so long, right?
I don't know. Could be.
I mean, joke or not, like that's the kind of shit that like ends up staying with
yeah.
you. Like
just like what's his name, Dusty Diamond Screech or whatever.
Oh yeah, he went. Yeah,
That's what he was always known as, the Screech. After
the Screech character made him a little crazy. Yeah. Look at him.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P.
I feel like we're watching an Oscars.
You mean from 14 years ago? We're having a tribute to a character actor.
Sorry.
That passed away. Almost. Long time ago. Pre-COVID, right? I mean, like it's not even.
Yeah.
What year was that? Was it 2016 when a whole bunch of celebrities passed away from like old age, and we were like, oh well, the world's never going to get worse than this. And then what year was that? Because it was prior to COVID. Do you remember? It just seemed like every day we turned on the news and some other famous old actor or actress had passed away. We're like, man, or not, and like musician, right? It was like when, like, what was it? Lou Reed and David Bowie and you've been outed as a Saved by the Bell lover.
Yeah, I have. I didn't love it. I always just had it on, and then from then on, it was just
which
iteration?
It
was just really to kill time. I watched. I didn't really. I think I don't even remember like most of the episodes. I just remember the one where Jesse got hooked on speed.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited.
And I remember,
I'm so excited. I'm so scared. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I remember. Fantastic. I remember. I don't know if there was a contract dispute or what. I remember when there was some new girl named, was it Tori? I don't remember her name, but she wore a leather jacket.
I like how I like how you're pretending to not have all this right at the tip of your tongue. It's fine.
And then I watched Lisa. I watched some of the college. I didn't watch it all. So,
who was the?
Did you ever watch any of that?
Yeah, because I was going to ask if you watched the college years. Who was that RA? Wasn't he like a wrestler or something? Wasn't the RA like a big guy? Who was? He might have been
a well, let's look it up.
Let's see. Who was
I Am Derbies
RA in Kids in the Hall? Jesus Christ! Saved by the Bell movie. There was a movie.
Yeah.
Huh. Mike Rogers. I don't know who that did not help me at all. Show me a picture, idiot. Mike Rogers. It's thrilling, isn't it?
Yeah, this is some thrilling. I hope. Yeah, that's it. Well, we'll look up Bob Golick.
There you go. I found him. This guy. I mean, he screams.
He's got a mullet, I think. Well, he's got like a mullet style hair, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm sure Dave Bautista approves.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But what's he from, Mike?
He was born October 26, 1957.
He was
so
born.
he's-
Yeah, he was a football player. Boom,
He's,
boom, boom. That's all you had to do was look him up. He played for.
I didn't fucking know his name though. That was the thing.
He played for the New England Patriots, Cleveland Browns, and the Raiders.
So
there you go. That's Bob Golick.
Do you want?
And
his
there you go.
agent info?
Thanks for outing me, Nolan Lover. No, I don't want his info. I don't need his info.
You don't want to contact his agent? Just see. I don't have IMDb Pro.
Yeah, we don't have that. I mean, if you
that.
want to see if he wants to come on and never talk about it, yeah, that's fine.
Well,
I'll do that.
I don't want to talk about Saved by the Bell the college years with him because
No, I want to talk about
everyone.
music.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I want him to.
You never know. He could be a fan of Nine Inch Nails
or the show.
Yeah. So, I guess we better take a break now, and then when we come back, we will see this. We'll do a review for all edgelords everywhere. In the meantime, enjoy this short film Byron created about rosacea.
It's just our sponsor. It's our commercial sponsor for the evening.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
We'll be back in just a little bit.
Now people look at me, look at me, look at me, me.
If you have redness on your face that doesn't go away, you could be one of the 12 million Americans with a skin condition called rosacea. Rosacea can get worse if it's not treated, so call this toll-free number and get the facts about effective rosacea treatments that are available. I know what it is, I know how to treat it, and I'm myself again. When you call, you'll
Look at me.
This face is looking good these days.
Look at me.
Uh-oh, you're a mute.
And we're back.
And we are back. What do you think?
To fight evil. We will. We're going to talk about all things 1994. Should we talk about that? What we're going to do next first, or should we talk about that after?
Yeah, I'd say let's talk about that first because I think that will keep us
in the loop of,
from going
start talking about music.
Yeah, or just from going too far.
Off topic.
That was
okay, cool.
Because that is generally what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of talked about it a little bit. We've been going on this nice little musical journey where we share shit. Who was the drummer? What's the drummer's name?
Was that Dave Abruzzi's on that one, or was that Jack Armstrong? Was that the first one with Jack Armstrong? Was it Jack Armstrong? Am I even right?
I don't know.
Okay, whatever.
Anyway,
We've already gone off topic.
Yes, nuh-uh. So we've been reviewing important-ish albums to us personally, but then we noticed that there was this kind of through line on 3 or 4 of them, and they were all released in 1994. Then we started looking at some other important albums that came out in 1994, and it turns out there's like a million. So we decided to kind of stick on 1994 for at least a little while longer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So what do you think?
There's a lot here because I looked up.
What did you look up? Because I found
an indie rock list. There's a bunch on here too.
See, I found this list, which is innovative technology, Ultra Boost running and lifestyle shoes. It's our new sponsor. Just kidding. This is the one that I sent to you. And I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, there's a lot.
That's just a top 25, right? Good Lord. Good Lord.
Mary J. Blige. Korn.
Okay. Yeah.
Dookie. I don't want to review that.
Blur's on there too. I'm not. Maybe
I don't think I can forgive that one yet. I'm not ready
Dookie?
for that.
You're not ready.
I'm not ready for it.
To give that one another
No,
shot?
I gotta. That is too fresh in my mind. Still a little bit God, that got so overplayed. Just for me. So
no, I don't disagree.
Okay.
What about Throwing Copper live?
No, Dylan. He was into that, I think.
I mean,
no, I don't think I could get into that, man.
No.
I'm trying to. We need to dig a little deeper. Is what I think. And then we're just kind of scratching the surface.
Well, then here, let's go to the next 25 there. Now we're starting to get into the really good like Seal, Morrissey.
When will you ignore me?
Yeah.
The closer I got, wasting my time.
Is there anything on here that you see?
I like that Sunny Day Real Estate album, but it's not a life changer. I think it's good. I like their second album better.
Yeah, and see, that's that would be me with Purple.
Yeah,
I want to save that one for Tiny Music because
no effects,
you
bro.
said you are less familiar with that one.
Yeah. Okay, keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going. I don't want.
So
you were at 50. No, thanks to Pulp. Maybe Caius. Nah, the vocal on that is not. I cannot do Division Bell. No.
No Division Bell.
Ween.
Look at that. It's 30th anniversary of Chocolate and Cheese.
Look at number 65 there.
Look at number 64.
Oh yeah, and then look at number 66.
That's beautiful. Oh yeah, hey, that's local boys.
Yeah. Diggable Planets.
Diggable Planets. See, yeah. The latter half of this list is much more jumping.
Yeah, I like this better.
Jamiroquai, Bone Thugs,
I never could get into Bone Thugs.
Toad
the
the
Wet
Wet
Sprocket.
Sprocket.
There's Gangstar, Hard to Earn.
Yeah. See,
P Rock and CL Smooth.
Rusted Root. On my way. On my way.
I see you.
On my way.
What would I say? What would I?
On my way. On my way. They were part
What
of
would I
the
say? What
Horde.
would I?
They were part of the Horde Festival that I went to. Did I tell you I went to a Horde Festival?
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah.
Now, did Dave Matthews take a shit on the crowd there? Or?
No, Lenny Kravitz did. That's when Lenny Kravitz played for 15 minutes.
Kravitz, huh?
Yeah, he played for 15 minutes and then said it was too hot and walked off stage. And then a couple hours later, when it was still just as hot, John Popper
30 overlooked
came out and played for like 2
30.
hours. I'd make a case for number 94 if you're willing.
Which one is that one? Black Rose and Morica? That's what I just saw on this list. There's another list. There's the Oingo Boingo album on here.
Oh, see, I'm not very
Boredom's
familiar with them.
Brainiac, Bonsai Superstar. If you're not familiar with Brainiac,
you share your list now. Let's take.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
Let me go to the top of the top of the charts. This is a spin article.
Top of the charts. Let's see who's at the top of the charts. Bell Biv
DeVoe. Okay, go to the top of the charts.
That's still one of my favorite skits.
Angelfish. I've never heard this. Have you? Is this the girl from Garbage? Looks like
that
right?
looks like Shirley Manson.
A struggling Scarlett band. Goodbye, Mr. McKenzie was dropped by MCA after releasing this. But the label so start potentially keyboards. Vocalist Shirley Manson. Thus, several members of Goodbye McKenzie formed Angelfish with Manson on lead vocals with their soul. Album produced by Chris Franz.
Chris and Tina from Talking Heads.
Okay. Beck. No, I'm not going to do
Interesting. Now.
There's Black Crowes of Morica, which is a good album. There's this Oingo Boingo record right here. The Boredoms.
Is that Mark Mothersbaugh? Oingo Boingo? Boingo? What is Oingo Boingo?
Was Ace? Danny Elfman.
Danny Elfman. That's right.
Devo is Mothersbaugh.
They both did Simpsons stuff. That's why I get them confused.
They both do scores. Yeah.
Yeah. Japanese noise rock?
Yeah, I've never got into the Boredoms.
Boredoms?
Yeah, that's who this
I've never chocolate synthesizer. I mean, I do.
And then Brainiac. Have you ever heard Brainiac?
What is
so
this?
It's like
they were offered a $2 million Geffen contract for their second album.
They said no.
They said, nah, we're gonna release Bonsai Superstar on what label? With Grass Records.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's
Girls Against Boys. Were you ever into Girls Against Boys?
I liked some of their songs. I didn't like their albums, but I liked some of their songs. Yeah.
Why not the albums? Was it just like
it was just kind of too sporadic. Like it wasn't like I don't know. It just I couldn't nothing ever hooked me aside from the a couple of songs on there.
Like like the ones that they would release. Yeah.
So and
there's
Cake, I don't know this one. Do you know this one? This is their first one.
I don't know any Cake albums. I know
what about
Cake songs.
Whoa.
It's a baby
Chumbawamba.
being born. So they were did you know that they were they're very heavy into anarchy. Like that Tub Thumping song is like a Chumbawamba. Apparently Tub Thumping is like the only ridiculously overly like over the top political song.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's like they're only like laid back, whatever. And that's the one, we're like, yeah. I guess that's
Look
me
at that
as the
helmet.
American public.
Helmet Betty.
Betty. There you go. That's a good. Right.
Mark Lanigan. I tried to listen to that album. Which fan?
Is he
Mila Jovovich's album? Mark Lanigan, Screaming Trees guy.
Yeah, he's
singer.
the one that kind of has a little bit of a deeper voice, right?
Yeah, he passed away too.
Yeah. No FX. Were you ever into them?
No, I was not. Our Lady Peace. Liz
There
Fair.
we go.
Prong. Here's for Brian. Snap your fingers, snap your neck.
Yeah. There we go. Cleansing.
Not
Every
huge
time I
Pretender
listened to
fan.
that, I was probably in Brian's car.
Were you ever a Shudder to Think fan? Look at that. Sonic Youth. Look at that.
That's not on that
Experimental
list.
Jet Set.
That's right. Experimental Jet Set came out in '94. That album is fucking amazing. I love it. Ruby Vroom came out in '94. That's right. That is getting a 30th anniversary repress as well.
It is. That dog.
Spin
Look at that.
Doctors.
Look at that. Spin Doctors.
That one had Cleopatra's Cat on it. I remember that. See, I was into hippie music even when it was pop.
I could never get into this band, Sublime. Ever.
No, same. It didn't. I don't. No, I get it. It's just definitely not my bag. But I definitely understand why people like it.
It's not my bag, baby. It's not my...
I just don't.
Sorry.
I
don't know why I just did that.
That's okay. That's another thing.
There, we could do this one. How about this one? Yay! No, I'm not.
No desire.
Oh, Ill Communications.
That's a good.
Unplugged.
Unplugged is a good. I don't know that we need to do.
Manic Street Preachers. Yeah, no.
I don't know. I don't know Manic Street Preachers.
Let's see.
Oh boy, and then we just get into a list.
John Spencer, Blues Explosion, Orange.
Never
into that?
To them. I've never listened.
We've got quite a few here. My pick would be, if it's not on this, would be Unwound. There is one. Let me see.
It's a good PE song. Give it up, give it up, give it up, y'all. Give it up. You got to give it up, give it up, give it up. Give it up.
Well, my pick would be Unwound, but that's. I mean, we still got a few more to go, so it's not like, we're not going to be able to not pick one. So at some point, because it's a '94 album, I would like to do New Plastic Ideas by Unwound.
Okay.
But it doesn't have to be this go round. So we can.
I mean, unless something comes out of this chat, I'd say let's just go ahead and make it the Unwound.
Okay, the Unwound.
Sorry, I was trying to say the Unwound album, and then I
know. I'm
too
just
much
kidding.
Of
I'm kidding.
space go through, and then it made it.
So this,
like,
this.
Oh shit! I sound like an old man.
In case Dylan ever watches this, I know that this was a big album. This one and the next Unwound album are like my favorite two of their whole thing. It was, kind of moving, some of it. When I discovered the Unwound was another one of them, aside from Rodin, where I discovered like a lot of indie stuff. So
nice.
And that sound. So
yeah. So that'll be a nice, fun, personal deep dive as opposed to, say, I don't know, 9 Inch Nails, the downward spiral. Now I say that. How much history did you have with this?
So
because
first thing was March of the Pigs, right?
So hang on, I was reading on that earlier, and I think you're right because I think there were
And
only
did you
two.
know 9 Inch Nails before this? Did you know Pretty Hate Machine?
No.
So I knew some of the
I did
tracks off
not.
of Pretty Hate Machine. That's about I knew that, and I also knew what is it?
So the only two so there were two lead singles, March of the Pigs and Closer.
Yeah, so I knew that.
Piggy
I knew
and
March
Hurt
of the Pigs
were released like kind of after the fact.
Yeah, I remember Hurt was released after the fact with like some live version of it or something.
Right.
But yeah, I liked March of the Pigs because the video kind of like I was like, oh, that was cool. But then like Closer kind of just exploded, and I was just like, I didn't really pay attention to the song, and I was like, are people just into this because it's like this edgelord shit? That's one of the main reasons that this was one of the main things that had turned me off about 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah,
was the edgelord stuff. But I mean, I can understand like that was just him, right? So that was his Trent Reznor's thing, was all this kind of industrial, kind of dark, because the first album was kind of like that, but this is a little darker. And like I could understand it coming from him, now, but like, kids latch onto the stuff for the wrong reasons type thing. Like, oh, he says fuck in the song, right?
So yeah, so he does kind of speak to that. So let's see. Okay, so lyrically, it is a meditation on self-hatred and obsession. But to Reznor's dismay, the song was widely misinterpreted as a lust anthem due to its chorus, which included the line, "I want to fuck you like an animal," which was more like a destructive line, and people took it, like you said, kind of like this edgelord kind of way, right? And then so he said about the song, he says it's super negative and super hateful. I'm a piece of shit, and I am declaring that. And if you think you want me, here I am. I didn't think it would become a frat party anthem or titty dancer anthem. That's a direct quote. I've got nothing against titty dancers. I think they're fantastic. Got nothing against frat parties either. I just don't want to go to those.
Neither do I. So
here's the thing though on that, because like I love it does help me reframe that song, because I'm kind of the same way as you, right? Like I heard it a million times, and I'm just kind of, I don't know. I still love the end bit, where the lyrics stop and it turns into, kind of this nice wedge that builds up and then goes down to just the piano, and that's gorgeous. But now I kind of I dig the song more, especially now that I understand more about the album in general. But I fell in the same camp as you up until this re-listen on this, where I'm like, ugh.
Well, see, song, I will say,
right?
I will say, like, I had not really written them off, but I was like, yeah, they're gonna do what they're gonna do, and he's good at what he does, right?
Yeah.
And I was just it's just not my thing right now, right? So
yeah,
he kind of struck me, him and Atticus Ross, when they started doing the scores for stuff. So I was like, I should probably go back and listen to some of this stuff. And I'm really glad I did listen to this one, because I had written this off, man.
And
I was shocked. Like, I was like, what the? But I mean, like back then, I was kind of like in a different mindset. I was kind of I was trying to be anti-establishment and trying to be cool guy or whatever. So I was like, this major label bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah. So we were kids railing against the machine.
Yep, exactly.
You know, even though there was some legit like fantastic stuff, just like actually staring
Like
us right in the
this.
face, and this is one of them. I mean, like the sonic. I mean, just the sonic landscape that this album paints is just fucking
I mean,
amazing. Yeah.
And I will say, well, what is your background on this? Like, so what did you?
So my background is much different because again, you
I got
had,
real tired of Closer. Let's say that. That's
right,
probably But I did
But
like
just-
March of the Pigs, and I just never gave anything else a shot on this album. So
yeah.
Back
So
and then
so I was the one that had to seek out the music in my family, right? You had the luxury and probably annoyance of getting fed like, oh shit, listen to this, listen to this, listen to this.
Yeah.
I had to just find things. This was one of those things that I just kind of stumbled upon. One, because I'd heard a little bit about, like the controversy, so there's multiple layers to this, right? So I had heard about some of the controversy. This was back in the 90s. You just kind of heard about things. There was no internet. Two, it had a parental advisory sticker. So that immediately was a turn on for, a 12, about to be 13-year-old me. And then three, it was one of the selections of Columbia House, which in the
if you guys don't know what
summer,
Columbia House is, I think Nolan Lever does.
Yeah.
But whoever else, if Jason Momoa or Dave Bautista is there watching, or
because they're
is
a
it
couple
somehow
years younger than us.
Javier Bardem watching us?
Right, exactly.
Who
Yeah, and he
knows?
may not know because of
Yeah.
exactly.
I know. I
So-
heard he's a big Twitch head. So
Yes, exactly. So Columbia House is or was, I don't know, what would you call that? Like mail order Napster, basically?
I mean, because you were ripping them off, basically. Yes, then you would say that.
So I mean, that
Um,
had been going on since 50s, 60s. You could see, old ads for it, but it's basically like you join this club, they give you a handful of albums up front for a penny or $1 or
Yeah,
whatever.
CDs. So you get like 10 for a penny.
Yeah,
and you get like real good stuff too. Like,
yeah,
I got a
because
bunch
you
of my
could-
hip hop that way. So
Yeah, so you could choose from just a list of things.
Mhm.
But then the trick was that they would sign you up for like subscription type things, and that's
you'd have
what,
to get one, or they would choose it for you every month. And
Yes,
you'd have
exactly.
to pay full
Like-
fucking price for it, and it was like $25.
$30. Yeah. 30, yeah, exactly. After like shipping and all that
Full
stuff.
retail price, not.
And if you forgot, whatever,
Yeah,
you would just start
got
sending
some bullshit.
Ooh. Yeah, and it was always horrible. So you would just get like the 12 CDs and just cancel, or if you didn't open it, you could just, did you know this? You could just throw it back in the mailbox and hit return to sender, right, return to sender on it. And it would just
Yeah,
go
I used
back.
to do
Then-
that all the time.
Then they wouldn't
Yeah.
charge you. And then I just, oh God, I can't even tell you how many times I did that.
Yeah, same here.
Anyway, so this was one of those selections, right? So was Ween's Chocolate and Cheese, which also came out in 1994. So was Black Crowes Amorica, which also was released in 1994. So was Fish's Hoist, which also came out in 1994. So that was like a core,
Oh yeah,
like thing of like CDs, of like albums and bands that like I ended up really, really loving. And then 9 Inch Nails, right? So I got this CD. I listened to it maybe once. by that point, all the songs
It was real big already.
Yeah, all the songs were
Closer
really
was
popular.
huge.
So, I'd already heard
like
Closer.
that. I think that was the turnoff for me. I was like, yeah, this is a pretty cool song, and I like that piano part on it.
Yes.
But like I got real burnt out on that song, not the album, just that song, and I was just like, God, quit playing this song.
But how much of it do you think? I mean, yeah, and that was kind of that.
I just got tired of it, and they would do the video too, because MTV would play the video because it was, they're gonna blur out the nudity.
Exactly, it was edgy.
Ooh, shocking.
Yeah,
it was edgelord shit, and I was just like, but I don't think he wasn't trying to do that. He was actually trying to be artistic. So I understand, like his.
Yeah, well, see, kind of yes and no, right? So he did just say, it's not supposed to be a sexual, whatever, right? But then here's this. The video shows events in a laboratory dealing with religion, dealing with religion, sexuality, animal cruelty, politics, and terror. Controversial imagery, including a nude bald woman with a crucifix mask, a monkey tied to a cross.
Shock.
I forgot about the monkey, but
the monkey.
A pig's head spinning on a machine. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. A diagram of a vulva. Reznor wearing an S&M mask while swinging in shackles, and of him wearing a ball gag. Right. So, but then he goes on to say it's not sexual, and I guess none of that is like blatantly sexual, but it's not sexual, right? I mean, not the pig's head.
Gonna have so much mouth stuff.
So let's get into it. The meat and the bones of all this. So, man,
anyway,
do you want to go over it as a whole? Do you want to go track by track, or do you want to just say? So I'm going to go ahead. And first thing I'm going to say is there's not a song on here that I didn't like. The worst one is probably the shortest song, I think, because it's gross. Big Man with a Gun.
Oh yeah,
that's a gross song.
That's definitely
But I can see what he's going
one
for
of the more
there.
aggressive ones. Yeah,
I can see what he's saying. So yeah.
Well, I guess maybe let's maybe talk about it as a whole, because what I didn't know and didn't realize until I mean, you can tell there's obviously a little bit of a theme, but this was intended to be a concept album. Did you know that?
Yeah, I think most of his stuff is always like that.
Yeah, and so
there's a concept to it.
Yeah, so this is basically kind of like the fall of a misanthropic man, right? Is basically
Charles Manson.
Well, yes and no. I think it's probably some
of that. It's a fictional, based upon other people. Yeah,
a little bit of him.
I could see that.
Manson, a little bit of fiction. All of that, and so that's kind of what the meat of the entire album is, and it's really kind of interesting to listen to. Like, I listened to it once, just kind of blindly, and was like, oh, this is fun. This is much better than what I remembered, right? And then I kind of went and read about it a little bit, and then listened to it again and was like, oh, this is actually like pretty fantastic. I think this is what The Wall was trying to do. I think. But it's also all over the Wikipedia page that was one of his big influences while listening to the record was The Wall, right? This idea of kind of, you know, this descent into insanity, you know, whether it's self-inflicted or you know, whether it's kind of, you know, just something wrong with your brain that, you know, you don't quite realize, you know,
something
things
wrong
of
with
that
my brain,
nature, right? Yeah, exactly. Which was season 4, episode 1, and was right? Wasn't it the first episode?
Yeah, I think so.
And for years,
thanks.
Yeah, sorry. Now we're going back to the kids in the hall.
Yeah, sorry.
That was no, because that is a phrase that for years I would say and couldn't remember where it was from. And I'm so glad that we watched that episode, because I'm like, oh, it's fucking kids in the hall. Thanks. I just assumed it was Simpsons. You know, anyway, but yeah, there's something wrong with my brain. I just love the way he says it, man. It's so perfect.
Oh man.
Yeah. So it was influenced by that. It was influenced by kind of, you know, Sharon Tate and the Manson murders and things of that nature. And then there was another album, I think one that I'm not super familiar with. David Bowie's Low.
Oh yeah,
album.
I'm not familiar with that one either.
No,
I'm not familiar with a lot of Bowie, so
neither am I, because he's one that like is all over the place, right? And it's hard to kind of know where to start with him. Although I will say, my ex-wife was really into Bowie. I bought her that first big box set, which was like just his first like 5 or 6 records. Fucking all of them are amazing.
Okay.
You know, and so it just made me want to dive deeper into him. And then we broke up. I said, fuck it.
Oh well. So
so those were kind of the 2 records, and apparently that's kind of what Low is kind of based on as well, is kind of a person kind of going crazy.
I do want to say thanks to Trippy for stuff, for helping me out, for helping us out.
Good job, Trippies.
Yeah, thanks for giving us a good time in Colorado, helping out. So back to Downward Spiral.
Yes.
I mean, I liked every song on here, and the thing about it is it's not like I didn't know like this early on, after, because first album is like very lyric heavy and very, it's kind of dancey almost. But this album is there's a lot more like full band in this than I remember thinking. Like, I can't remember which song it's at the end of, either Ruiner or The Becoming, where it's like it's got like that stoner rock riff and like a real distorted drum beat, and it's just real. He does that a couple of times. Like, there's a couple stoner riffs in this album, I think.
Yes. Which song? The drums, the drums and the noise texture on I Do Not Want This were one of the highlights, you know, kind of sonically for me. But I think you're talking about Ruiner, I think. And do you know who is playing the guitar on that?
Who?
Adrian Belew from King Crimson.
Oh, really?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is. It's Ruiner. It's about 3 minutes in. Yeah,
and it does. Yeah, it just kind of has that. Yeah,
it's a real stoner part.
Well, here,
it's weird too. Like, it kind of came out of nowhere. Like, I was like I really like that song, and then that's the other thing too, is like these songs are not straightforward. There's like kind of, some of them are a little all over the place like that. Like, that song does not start out like that. It's kind of a crazy, like, you know, like I don't know, like it's real industrial sounding, but then it turns like into that, like real organic sounding. So he did a real good job, like with all of that in this.
So, and that is, yeah, that's another one of the things that I was reading about. That is he there was a decided effort on his part to not continue down the typical industrial road from the first record, which is Pretty Hate Machine, right? There were EPs in between, I think, right? But that was like the first actual album, and this was like the second actual album, right? I think.
Yep.
And so in between that time, whatever was going on happening in his life, whatever, he decided that he wanted to like abandon that song structure as much as possible, and really just kind of, you know, see where kind of the sonic textures that he was creating out of like all of this noise, where some of that would take him. And that, you know, I mean, obviously paid off in spades. Is that the phrase? That seems bad. I don't know. It paid off, because I mean, like that was one of the things that I kept thinking about as I was listening to this, was just how just sonically perfect it sounded, even though, I mean, like, even though there was distorted everything, and, you know, I mean, like,
I mean, you could clearly hear everything.
You know, sometimes you hear somebody's vision and you're like, man, I could have probably pulled this off a little bit better, you know? Like,
I don't think any
or you know, like, oh man, it would have been so cool if this would have happened here, or this would have happened here. Like, there's none of that here, right? Like every single one of these tracks, you're like, oh yeah, that's exactly how that song should resolve. Or, you know, I don't know. It's just like the whole thing, even though it's very dark, sad, depressing, you know, there's dissonance and there's noise all over. It's such a fucking joy to listen to. It's so weird.
It was, I mean, it just kind of surprised me. I didn't think that it was going to be like, I was like, you know, this will probably be good, you know?
Yeah.
And then I listened to it and I was like, oh shit. Yeah, this is really good. Like,
yeah, I still don't understand, and maybe, you know, that'd be a fun little side venture for me to kind of delve off into, like where the appeal of like the Marilyn Manson stuff kind of you know, came in, and things of that nature. You know, it could be the same thing as you know, you and me just kind of being dismissive of this record when it came out, you know, because we were you know, we were just being, you know, cool dudes, you know, like we were too cool for whatever, and his way
it's also who we were hanging around with too, right? So
yeah,
it was probably that too, whatever crowd we were in.
Speaking of, so there, wait, not really speaking of, but
what
there we go, perfect. Yeah. What were we talking about? The self-destruction of a man from beginning of his misanthropic downward spiral to a suicidal breaking point.
I mean, every song, I mean, is really good on here.
Yes.
What a good review we just did.
No. So you're
so dumb.
Your favorite, well, what?
My favorite track was probably that Ruiner, but also like I was shocked like how little like drums and shit there are throughout this. Like some of the drum shit is real good on here, like A Warm Place.
Yes, Warm Place.
That was real good. And Downward Spiral is another one too, right? Because it goes into Hurt, right? So
yes,
I don't know. Like Reptile's real good too. I don't know. It's just sort of, Like I was worried when I started listening to it. I was like, man, this thing is 14 songs long. It's going to take too long for me to get through this. But no, it's not. I mean, it should be that long to me. I don't think it's overly long.
I had a very similar thought, right? You get I mean, especially the first two songs on the album are just so punch you in the mouth, aggressive, fast pace, just just fills you with so much imagery. And then you take a look and you're like, shit, I've got 12 more songs. This thing is a little over an hour long. I'm not going to be able to this is going to be too much. And then I don't know, man. And it's again, I think it's because of those sonic textures that he creates. And he's really, really fantastic at creating this entire space that just, allows it to ebb and flow. You piece of shit. It allows a natural.
Sorry.
I fucking hate you.
Sorry.
A natural, kind of like
it flows
to come,
perfect. Like that's
come
the
down
thing.
a little bit, right? Yeah.
And I was
in the
like,
face, and then
especially being as open as we have been now with music, I was kind of shocked that I was going to like this as much as I did.
Same. And it makes me want to go back and revisit, like
Well, I want to listen to the Fragile now because I know that has some more rock aspects into it. So and that was his that was the next real album after this one, because the other one was Further Down the Spiral, which is just stuff like B-sides from this, I think. And then he did a soundtrack to the Quake game. So that's not really I wouldn't consider that really, like, I don't know. It's a video game score, so I don't know if it's a Nine Inch Nails album unless he did like songs for it, like songs for it. So maybe he did
different chronologies for like all of so there's like a Nine Inch Nails chronology, then there's the studio album chronology, and then how everything is numbered Halo that he puts out, right? Then there's the Halo number chronology. But yeah, like proper albums, the next one would be the Fragile.
Yeah, and I want to listen to that one because
that way.
This is he did another long album.
Yeah.
And I mean, well, I shouldn't say because I think he did, like, I guess I need to read a little more on some of this stuff because I don't know if he does everything. And when did Atticus Ross start becoming a member of this band?
So basically I think a Downward Spiral was mostly him and Flood.
Okay.
And then apparently him and Flood had a falling out kind of during the album because there were a couple of songs that didn't end up making the final album. And I noticed the track names also don't end up in like the expanded edition. So I'm curious to look them up to see if there were two songs in particular. One was called out in the Wikipedia article that Flood took offense to by saying he's gone too far. Like those were his notes on them. So then it looks like Fragile is him hooking up with Alan Moulder. And that's that was kind of his long-time producer prior to Atticus Ross, right?
I guess. I don't know.
I think. And I could be making that up, and I hope I'm not. I hope I'm not pissing off the thousands upon thousands of
people that are listening to us that are
Nine Inch Nails fans that are
Nine Inch Nails fans
that are
tuning in. The whole 1 million.
Because I'm still relatively
someone who
ignorant.
cares.
I am someone who cares, though. So yeah. Anyway, it is Fragile is one of their longest. It clocks in at an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know that I don't know, man. Oof.
I don't know, man. I know there's a song on there that I like. And we talked about it.
Yeah. This is what was it?
Now I can't remember which one it was.
Just Like You Imagined, right?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. Then there's also Starfuckers.
On
that.
Did any Aphex Twin come out in 1994?
Yes, Ambient Works, Selected Ambient Works, Volume 2, I think, came out in
Which
94.
just came out. There's just a reissue, wasn't there?
Well, that would make sense. It's the 30th anniversary reissue, which would also be interesting because I don't have much knowledge with them, and I feel like that is probably a travesty at this point. With as much ambient as I am starting to get into, right?
Yeah.
I think
I haven't ever listened to this one.
I think I have miscategorized Aphex Twin as something that they're not.
Industrial?
So, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I'm basing. I don't know what I'm
it's
basing
really just one
any
guy
of that off of. Okay.
So I just say
but it is mostly kind of like ambient type stuff. Right?
So no, there's beats and stuff.
No.
It's just it's whatever he wants to do at the time, you know. He'll use like if he finds a new
bro.
If he gets some kind of instrument, some electronic instrument that he's infatuated with at the time, he'll make an album around that or an EP based around that. And then
I prefer that. Right?
He's more of like he's electronic, but he does like more like artistry, I would say, with electronic music. And
well,
like he's the type of like if you went to like go see an art installation somewhere and there was music for it, that's who you would get him.
Okay.
Or somebody like even like a Rob Mazurek does stuff like that, you know. So
right. Somewhere.
But like if you want some electronic stuff, yeah, you go Aphex. So
okay.
I don't know. He has a lot of good stuff that we should probably get into at some point. I don't know if that one, because I've never listened to it. And we can try it if you want. It's long. It's 2 hours and 36 minutes. I don't know if I can do that much drone. But if you wanna do that, we can do that at some point. If not, I would like to do either Drux from 2001 or Come to Daddy, that's the one that a lot of people like kind of jumped on him with, where it kind of has that industrial sound too. So, but I mean, it's only one song on there like that, so it's kind of a joke, isn't the thing? So. I don't know.
First to me.
Oh wow! But anyways, Downward Spiral. What would you give it?
I would give this. I'm going to give this a solid 4.
I would say the same thing. Yeah, a 4. I would go back to this actually if I want.
Yes.
I think I would need to listen to it in one sitting though. I don't think this is an album that's singles, honestly. I mean, there's songs on here that are like March of the Pigs and Closer are singles per se, but I don't know. Like, I'm not going to just go back and just listen to that song. This to me is an album. You have to listen to the whole thing.
Start to finish.
Yep.
it flows so well. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. It's
having
not
said,
something that. Go ahead.
Oh no, all I was going to say, that still having said that, I mean, my favorite song is still off of this is still the first song, Mr. Self-Destruct.
Oh really?
Man,
I don't know. Like,
so
there's a lot of good tracks on here. Though.
Oh, there's so many, and the weird thing for me is that is like the antithesis of what I generally enjoy from a song, because I mean, like, it just from the very beginning, it's super heavy industrial in the beginning, and then it just is so loud and in your face. I don't know, but it's.
Well, see, that's the other thing too, is like it calms down too, right?
Yes,
so it's like it
does
is
kind
loud
of
and
have
in
that,
your face, but it
yeah.
also has there's those calming lulls in there that make it just, I don't know, it just like takes you on a journey. It is a downward spiral. It is like, I mean, the first Mr. Self-Destruct is just him going nuts, right?
Yeah,
it's just the guy going nuts.
And kind of playing off of what you said, you know, this is kind of like the microcosm of the entire album, because it just kind of takes you on that loud, soft, you know, and it knows where, like, it's like he knows where to kind of cradle you a little bit and give you a little bit of a break, you know, like, oh, it's gonna be okay, you know, and then he just kind of then he throws you on the floor and kicks you in the stomach again. It's yeah, so few albums are able to take you on that, like, I don't know, like, you know, like that much of
this.
I
mean, I can see.
Right.
So honestly, I can see why he does film scores from listening to this.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes,
so,
and that's kind of the other big thing. Yeah, and this was the beginning of it, and he really, from what I've read, was pretty scared to release this, but was also like, this is what was worried about, you know, what the reception was going to be.
Commercial,
he was
commercial wise, or did he care commercial wise?
Well, maybe concerned is too much of a, he made an assumption that it was not going to be commercially successful.
Oh, okay.
But he did say, like, this is the record I want to put out. I don't think it's going to be successful, but this is what I want.
Well, good for him.
And then it turned out to be what it was. And probably, I mean, this had to be the thing that made him realize how good he would be at setting moods and movies and shit like that. And so, I mean, this changed the trajectory of his life, I'm sure. Trajectory.
Yep. I would buy a vinyl version of this and listen to it.
It is one of those Interscope records of their record club. Yeah. So there is a neat anniversary edition that is out there. I don't know how easy they are.
It's just black, it looks like.
I think it's like a black ice, you know, it's like that translucent black.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, but still,
cool.
I mean, you know, I haven't heard whether those pressings are good or not. But there's been a couple of those records that I've been interested in, like that Betty's or Helmet's Betty would be kind of fun to have. This one would be fun.
Yeah.
That first Eminem record would be fun. You know, they press some good stuff, but you know, it's also a lot of stuff that I don't care for too. So
yeah,
you know,
club edition, limited number.
It's almost like they're trying to impress a wider audience than just me. What the fuck, assholes.
Okay. Well, all right. So that was the Downward Spiral.
What would you give
Solid
it? I
4.
gave it a 4.
4. I said 4.
Yeah, well,
so we would agree on this.
Sorry.
So next, next time. So next show we are gonna do. Are we gonna do the thing, or what are we gonna do?
So next show will either be Unwound, or if we find a movie without some sort of copyright infringement that is scary, we're gonna watch a movie.
Okay. You could
And who fucking
surprise me.
knows?
How about that? Why don't you surprise me?
It could be a surprise, and
life force,
and I could be in a neck brace. Who knows?
Oh, geez.
So yeah. Anyway,
Forgot. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah.
I guess we'll play the last song here, right? Our ender. This.
Yeah, we'll kind of get that ender going there. And this does, while it does kind of start out very, very ominous, but then it has right here, the meditative part kind of kicks in. And then you're like, oh, okay, this is going to be safe. I'm not going to die listening to this song.
Like
is that a weird thought? Yeah. You know, I'm just saying.
Well, it does have a dark undertone at the start.
Well, you don't know. And then you approach
and then I turn into Vangelis here from Blade Runner. No, but thanks again to Treppies for some of the supplying us, making us feel good.
Thanks to Jason
who else? Yeah, Dave Bautista.
Thanks to Dave Bautista.
Maybe Javier Bardem.
Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, thanks to maybe Javier Bardem. We don't know. You know, it's hard to track.
It could be Kate Blanchett. You never know. She could be to this show.
She's a big Twitch user, so that that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, so is Helen Mirren too. I heard she's big on that. So Helen, if that's you, come on board. Tell us about an album you like. No, you're from the 70s. So
yeah,
we can Pink Floyd it up if you want to.
Maybe it's a Zombies record. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Did you
or Oracle and Odyssey? Maybe it's a great record.
Hey, you never know. She could be into jazz. What if that Black Orpheus, Betty? Who knows?
I'll listen to jazz impressions of Black Orpheus for any reason.
All right, baby, ladies and gentlemen, we love you all. Thanks for watching. We are going to sign off for the night.
And we'll
good night.
See you next time.
Thanks for watching. Yeah, we'll see you next time. Same bat channel, same bat areas stuff.
Yeah, you know how it all works.
Everywhere. Love you.
Poop well.
And have a pleasant tomorrow. Good night. And in stream.